Hi, Hotties. Welcome back to Hoops for Hotties. Long time no see. I haven't abandoned you. I've just been doing all of the things. And so today we are going to be having a full debrief of all of the very exclusive, very hot events I got the opportunity to go to last week. And I'm going to tell you all the tea. Hopefully I get invited back next year after this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so last week I was booked and busy, honey. Shout out to y'all because I would have no job if it weren't for you guys and TikTok. But I was blessed enough to get to go to pretty much all of the huge sporting events that happened last week and get invited to the after parties. I know that's right. So here's all the things you need to know. I started off my week at MLB All-Star. So as you can see behind me, I have a new jersey that I've added to my collection, my MLB Braves Hottie jersey. That experience was so much fun, but very different from anything I've ever done before. So I was there with the MLB and I got to go to the media day and interview all of the players. Now, because this is a safe space and I teach you guys about sports, it's important that you know that I don't know everything there is to know about everything. And baseball is definitely one of those things. Okay. I don't know very anything about baseball. I am very new to the sport. However, I'm interested in the sport because of the pageantry surrounding it, the whole America's game thing. I went to a baseball game on 4th of July and had the time of my life. Like, going to a baseball game is so fun to me, mainly because I like to sip on my tequila soda and eat a glizzy, but also because the sport itself is pretty fun. Now, everything I know about the actual game, I've learned from my boyfriend who loves baseball and or Wii Sports. I literally compare everything to Wii Sports. That's the extent of my baseball knowledge. So imagine my fear going into a situation where I'm interviewing not just any MLB players, but the MLB players, the All-Stars, like the biggest of the biggest. Like, you guys like basketball, I assume, because you're subscribed to this page. The LeBrons of the baseball world. You feel me? I show up to this media day, everyone is sitting like at little tables and I'm supposed to just walk up to them and ask them questions. Now, my questions were pop culture test questions. I'm aware that baseball is one of those sports where it's old-timey, low-key. It's America's game. It's a pastime. So they haven't really caught up with the girls yet. And I thought that that's what would make me asking them these really off-base pop culture questions fun and funny. The MLB was like, girl, you're going to make the players uncomfortable asking them this stuff. Like, my questions were, for example, finish this TikTok trend. I'm a mommy, and seeing if they know where that came from. It's funny. They were not feeling that. They were like, girl, you can't ask them this pop culture questions. Here's information about each athlete. Ask them stuff about themselves and about the game. The day before the game, I was doing my research, I was writing down my questions, and I decided, no, you invite Hoops for Hotties to the function for a reason. I'm bringing something a little bit different from Fox Sports, everybody else. I'm going to ask these baseball players about Huda and her dream date and all of these insane random things. And that's what I did. Show up as myself with my little Hoops for Hotties microphone, and I'm asking these baseball superstars what Huda's dream date is. I'm asking them what a labubu is, if they've ever heard of a labubu. I'm asking them about matcha. I'm asking them all types of pop culture trend questions. I asked them if they think glass skin is a good thing or a bad thing. And a lot of them were good sports and thought it was funny. There was this one guy, I don't know his name. He's in my video though. And he was not fucking with me. He was not fucking with me. He was not fucking with the games. He didn't know the answers to anything I was saying. And even if he did, he pretended like he didn't because he was not fucking with me. He was not down for the fun and for the vibes at all. However, it just made my content better. And I knew somebody was going to be like that. So it was fine. But other than that, the girl that I was with from the MLB, shout out to her. She was so nice. And they actually ended up letting me surprise my cousin, who's such a huge baseball fan, with tickets to the All-Star game the next day. So shout out to the MLB. They gave me that first class treatment. But I asked to go talk to Aaron Judge. My boyfriend was like, you have to talk to Aaron Judge. You can't just have your video be full of nobody. It's like, you have to go talk to Aaron Judge. No offense to the nobodies of the MLB All-Star. But she was like, I don't know if you'll be able to talk to him, whatever. And I literally was in a line of Fox News reporters and Sports Illustrated and ESPN and Bleacher Report and all of these major sports outlets with my Hoops for Hotties mic and my mini skirt and my little baseball purse. And I'm like, scooting to the front, and I just started yelling their names and getting them to answer my questions. One thing I learned in journalism school is you can talk to everybody if you try hard enough. Don't let anybody tell you no. And so that's very much the energy I was bringing to the table. My boyfriend had to like kind of pull it out of me because I was shy and I was in a new environment because I'm usually in basketball spaces, and baseball was very different. It was very old school is the best way I can put it. The media was, it wasn't like the NBA media where everyone's kind of asking, what's your favorite Beyonce song? And everybody's kind of having a good time and knows each other and is saying what's up. These people are fighting to ask these baseball players their questions. Like I was in the front lines, like they were not playing. So I did my thing. I got to talk to everybody I wanted to. I didn't include all of the interviews I did in the video because I wanted to keep it short. And obviously this was branded, so I had to get approval from the brand. But it was a lot of fun and it definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone. And I definitely want to get more into the baseball scene because I loved it. And clearly they love me because the MLB treated me to a first-class experience, honey. I'm right next to the field. I've got a little special club where I can go get my glizzy. I'm having a good time. They're taking me in the Delta Club. They're taking me up to see my friends in the Xfinity Club. Living my best life. And Truist Park in Atlanta, absolutely insane, lit. Best sporting venue that we have, for sure, by far. It's not even close. It's such a vibe in there. There's full-blown bars right outside of it. You can walk, talk, shop, eat. It's a vibe in there. I had a great time, and they put me up in the best accommodations. The Falcons put me on a field suite. I'm with Jermaine Dupri and Lil Bow Wow, rubbing elbows with all of these famous Atlanta people on the field at the Falcons game. Overtime win, they give me a jersey. Why can't the basketball team show me no love? Why can't the basketball team show me no love? Like, I be asking them for tickets. They don't send me the tickets till an hour before the game, and they don't give me a jersey. Like, why aren't the basketball teams fucking with me? This is literally called Hoops for Hotties. Basketball teams, Hawks, Dream. Hello, where is my Hottie jersey? Where is our first class experience? I'm trying to take the Hotties into your arena and show them what's good. Like, I don't know. That's my rant of the day. But moving on to the next event I got to go to. So I get done with MLB All-Star and I have to be up the next day at 4 o'clock in the morning for my flight to the ESPYs. Now, my opportunity at the ESPYs was to show up with Hoops for Hotties as a media outlet, which is a huge deal for me. I wasn't going with Sports Illustrated. I wasn't going with Bleacher Report. I wasn't going with ESPN. I was going for my brand as a publication, which is a huge deal because it puts Hoops for Hotties in the ranks with those other big publications that have media spots on the red carpet at the ESPYs, which is supposed to be sports, Grammys, Emmys. It's a big deal, right? This is why having a podcast is dangerous because I'm about to be really real with y'all, and that's probably gonna get me into some trouble, but my voice is important for a reason. So typically for a work trip, whatever brand that I'm working with pays for all of my accommodations, my flight, my hotel. Typically they give me money to order Ubers, a stipend, maybe for food, depending on the brand, but usually flight, hotel, always paid for. For this, since I was the brand, I had to pay for my flight and hotel. And that, y'all, the beautiful thing about being a content creator is you make good money. You make really good money. I don't know if I have some sort of weird relationship with money. I hate spending my own money. I hate spending my own money, especially when I feel like I don't have to. So I decided to quit being cheap. It was too big of an opportunity to pass up. And I decided to take Hoops for Hotties to LA for the ESPYs red carpet. So after the MLB All-Star, I wake up the next day at 4 o'clock in the morning for my 6 a.m. flight. And I got 1 hour of sleep the night before because I was looking for the heels I wanted to wear to the ESPYs for hours and I never found them. So that's really sick. Head to the airport, fly to LA, as soon as I landed in LA, I had my makeup artist there. She met me in the lobby of the hotel, came up, did my makeup, and then I went to the show. The ESPYs, okay, ESPN, I don't know if they're not messing with your girl, but they didn't let me come to the show, which is fine. I was not invited. People keep being like, oh, did you see this happen? Did you see that happen? No, I wasn't invited to the show, but it's okay. Maybe next year. But I had a great time covering the red carpet. I talked to lots of people. I didn't get the face sheet until the day of. I probably could have done a better job looking into who was going to be there before I was there, but I I had very general questions. I did sports trivia questions and I just kind of talked to everybody. Now that I've learned a little bit more about how it goes next year, I would definitely be more prepared. I definitely would like to have a spot with a little bit better lighting. The sun was in my face and I was standing at an angle that makes me look fat in all my videos because of the way we were shooting them in 0.5. There was just a bunch of stuff. I'm really hard on myself, y'all, that I would like to change about my ESPYs coverage, but the videos actually did really well, especially my interview with AZ Fudd. Her people are very serious about not asking her questions about her personal life, which is completely valid. I wouldn't do that anyways, but at least not in that setting. I would definitely do that, but not in that setting. Her people were very serious about that, so I didn't ask. There were so many comments asking, why didn't you ask her about the hard launch? Why didn't you ask her about her phone case? All of this stuff. I didn't get the opportunity to, unfortunately. However, maybe AZ will do a sit down for Hoops or Hotties and she'll answer those questions on a later date. ESPYs was super fun. I love my dress. I looked fly. I'm not going to lie. There was a wag. I think she was a wag. Actually, let me not assume she was a wag. She had a man there who looked like a football player. There's a lot of football players that I don't know. I know the main ones that I should know and a lot of the wideouts but there's some guys I'm like, I have never seen you before, but you look like a football player. It's because of the helmet, you know? So it looked like she was with a football player. I'm not sure. She could be anybody, but we had on the same dress. And I was like, why is this girl staring at me? And then I was like, oh shit, we got the same dress on, girl. And I literally told her, I was like, hey twin, you look good. I don't know how she was feeling that, but she kind of laughed. She probably was like, bitch, shut up. But when I'm in an awkward situation, I feel the need to just call it out so that, we can both get past this, But we had on the same dress and we both looked amazing. We both looked fly as hell. I love that for us. So yeah. Right after the ESPYs, I went to bed. I was absolutely exhausted. I hadn't eaten all day. So I ordered tacos. Every time I'm in LA, I have to eat tacos. Ordered tacos. They were amazing. Watched Desperate Housewives, read my book, knocked the fuck out at like 9 p.m. because I had a 6 a.m. flight the next day. There's a theme here. There's a pattern here. Yes. 6 a.m. flight to WNBA All-Star. WNBA All-Star was a time, honey. Was a time from the moment I arrived. I landed, I got ready. It was time to hit the streets, honey. And by the streets, I mean I had a meeting with the Jordan Brand team and it was just at night. But we had this meeting at their pop-up that was like an art gallery, basically, that had Black art all displayed from local Indianapolis artists, which I thought was so dope. And then an art display for the Jordan Brand women's basketball athletes. Super cool. They had a DJ playing. It was a vibe, drinks. I wasn't drinking. I was like, no thanks, no thanks. I was keeping it very light, keeping it very tight because I'd be up early the next day. But we literally had our meeting in the space. And then the next day, I posted this all on TikTok, but the next day, how could I possibly skip through the night? We went to a boardroom party afterwards. That was so much fun. I was mixing, I was mingling. I was way too exhausted for networking. And when I get like that, it's so hard for me to like speak. Like I'm like, please, there's too many people. There's too much going on. I was fucking exhausted, but I was trying to be a good sport, sipping on my little Pinot Grigio, meeting lots of people who follow me, which was awesome. And Kevin Durant was there, which was super cool. I was like, girl, what you doing at WNBA All-Star? Hey, what's up? What's T, Katie? We didn't speak at all. He doesn't know who I am, but he was there, which was cool. And because he had his own little like private section area upstairs. They only played Drake in this party. Only played Drake. I feel like that was a theme for the weekend, honestly. Only playing Drake. Had a pretty decent time. I got like low-key hit on by a guy that was like not getting the vibe. I kept saying, he was like, my name is blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's my boyfriend's name, even though it wasn't. But I just wanted to bring my boyfriend up. Kept pushing. I got a boyfriend. Oh, my boyfriend lives there. Oh, my boyfriend has that. Bro was not getting it. Eventually, I just had to make the face at my manager, and then we engaged in a fake conversation and like, yeah, until he walked away. Like, bro, get the hint. This is a girls' weekend. What the hell are you doing here? Scoot. Then woke up the next day. I had to be up pretty early because I had a call time with Jordan to do interviews on the street. It was super cool. They had this old-timey camcorder thing, and I was interviewing fans on the street. I wanted to say one thing I learned being on the ground, interviewing fans at WNBA All-Star, is how many people are truly WNBA fans. Not Caitlin Clark fans, not Angel Reese fans, not new to this, true to this WNBA fans that are so excited to see the league booming, but have been there in the trenches with the league, paying attention when nobody else was, super fans of the league from all over the country that flew in for this. Minnesota, Baltimore. I mean, people love the WNBA. There's this common misconception online, and it's important that we remember that the internet is not a real place. People on the internet say things based on their own experiences, what they know, and what they're seeing in their feed. And it's dangerous that our feeds are only showing us what we want to see and what people who are like-minded to us also see and think and feel. It's kind of why in the election I got so lost in thinking, oh my God, Kamala Harris is totally going to win, because I'm only seeing people who are voting for her's content, when I didn't realize there's a whole side of the world out there that doesn't think anything like me. And I have become very awake about the fact that there are people out there who believe nobody gives a shit about the WNBA. It's a poverty league. Nobody's watching that shit. Nobody's a fan of it. People only watch it because of Caitlin Clark. People only watch it because of this and that. And women don't care about the WNBA. And when you're out in the streets amongst WNBA fans, that couldn't be further from the truth. Couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, WNBA fans, WNBA players, they ride for this sport. They take it very seriously. They love all of the players. They're so excited. And WNBA fans are real people, and we need to stop treating it like, oh, nobody gives a shit. Oh, it's not the NBA, blah, blah, blah. The WNBA and NBA aren't in competition. They're in tandem with each other. When one succeeds, so does the other. And like, I don't know. I feel like we should put some respect, not just on WNBA players, but on the fans, because they are out here with it. Like, they are real. They exist. And like, if y'all bother to go to a WNBA game, a sold out New York Liberty game, like, Liberty fans don't play about their team. These are real people with real fandoms that take it seriously, just like I take college football and I love the WNBA now. And NBA fans take their NBA teams. Celtics fans take the Celtics. Like, there are those communities within the WNBA, and I think it's time that people put some respect on it. But honestly, okay, I take that back, because I'm trying to enter my era where I'm done arguing with people who don't give a shit about the WNBA and are rude about the WNBA, because it's just like not my place. Like, I was not born to continue to argue with these people, and like, they will drive me into an insane asylum. They have already decided what they think about it. They already decided that they hate these women. They're usually a little homophobic, misogynistic, and racist, and like, that's triple homicide when it comes to the WNBA. So I just let it go. But it's hard for me to see people hating on the WNBA, especially since I've become closer with WNBA players and whatnot. That's my rant today. Then I go to the coach styling suite, which was sick. But you guys, I must issue a correction on the video I made about the coach styling suite, because I wore that fly ass runway coach outfit from head to toe. I'm taking all of the stuff from the styling suite. I had to send all the clothes back. Yeah, I sent them back this morning. Everything you saw me in, I sent back. I didn't know about that until the night of the All-Star game. And I was like, thanks for asking me out. And they're like, girl, we need that back. What? Usually you know that ahead of time, but I didn't know with this, and I was so sick. However, they said that they would make it up to me, and I love the brand, and I loved all the people I worked with Coach. It was so sick, but I couldn't lie to y'all and make y'all think I was keeping those fly-ass jeans, and y'all be like, where are the jeans? Girl, they back to Coach. Yeah, I had to send it back. I'm over here bragging like I'm taking home all these clothes. No. Return to sender. Yes. But I look fly though. And the picture's going to live forever, regardless. The picture's going to live forever, regardless. The coach after party was the best party of the weekend. Y'all saw this on StudBudz. Best party of the weekend. This is when I was on the StudBudz stream. Best party of the weekend. Music, good. Vibes on. I brought my mama with me. She had the best time. The people, the curation of people there. Amazing. I am very motivated in my career to continue pressing on by the fact that I don't have tables at these things ever. I'm kind of a nobody at all of these events, and I need to press harder in my career. I need to be in my Alex Earl era, because if I were Alex Earl, I would have a table. I don't really go to the club that much anymore unless it's a work thing, which sounds crazy, but that is a part of my work. And when I am at the club, I like to have a table. And that needs to start happening, especially since I'm in heels and like I got all my peoples with me. Yeah. Shout out to Coach though for letting me bring all my people with me, because I ended up bringing them with me to like every other party. However, y'all saw the StudBudz getting denied from that Diplo event, which we'll get into in a minute. Yeah. They are definitely looking at your girl like, who is you? Who is you and who are these people? For most of the parties, they don't even give me a +1. I just finagle my way. I worm and weave my way to get my people in. I'm going to bring them regardless. Like, I don't know when people are going to realize I don't want to go to an event if I can't bring anybody with me. I am just not built like that. Maybe I need to grow up and maybe I need to like be serious and get real. I don't like to go to an event without a plus one. I'm bringing my people with me. I'm sorry. I got to at least have a friend. Like, girl. It's dangerous, if anything, for a girl to be running around the streets by herself out drinking. No, I got to have somebody with me. I had the time of my life there though. And shout out to Ogo from I work with him through Nike, but Ogo was the one following the StudBudz around with that camera. And I was like, wow, how brave of them, number one, to film live all them drinking and partying. Like, I don't know if it could be me. I don't know if y'all need to see or hear all of the things I'm doing while I'm out drinking with my friends. Like, very brave of them. At the second place we went to, it was called Say Less. They have it at NBA All-Star. It's like really cool parties that like pop up. Went to the party and I told Angel Reese I was her defense attorney. Yes. I walked up to Angel Reese and said, girl, you know me, I'm your defense attorney. Now, would I have done that if I wasn't 6 tequila sodas deep? Probably not. Did she look at me and go, yeah, and she gave me like a little side hug and then sent me on my way? Yeah. But I needed to say something to her because I am her defense attorney. I went to the trenches for her. I went to war for her. So therefore, my presence needed to be felt and I needed to speak to her. But she definitely was like, girl, bye. I'm with my man. I'm with my friends. I'm with my people. I'm partying. Like, get the hell on. But I spoke to her. Yes. The skills challenge and the 3-point contest was super fun. However, Indianapolis, you need to get it together with your bars. The bar at the game closed at 8:30. Imagine how sick I was when I walked up to get my little tequila soda for the game and my glizzy. No food, no drinks. And I was courtside, y'all. I was courtside. And I couldn't get a drink. When they told me the bar was closed at 8:30, I said, oh, okay, cool. Which bar is open? They said, oh, none in the stadium. What kind of party is this? I'm from Atlanta, and I know I sound like an alkie, and I'm not, okay? But I do like to have a little drinkity or two at a sporting event. I'm sorry. Indianapolis, you got to get together. Apparently, I posted about this on TikTok. Apparently, they just started selling alcohol on Sundays in their arena. Very insane behavior, but what do I know? Maybe I'm an alkie. I don't know. But I did have fun at the skills challenge and 3-point contest. And my favorite part was Sabrina Ionescu absolutely shutting it down as always. I was there when she beat the record in Vegas. And I do want to note, speaking of being there in Vegas, it has grown so much since the All-Star I went to 3 years ago in Vegas. It's going to be in Vegas again next year, which I'm kind of sick about because I hate going to Vegas. No shade. There's just something very sinister about Vegas. I went for my 21st birthday. I think that's the last time I had a truly incredible headbanging Vegas trip. I do like the fact that there's lots of good restaurants and food. Carbone, Din Tai Fung. I'm definitely going to hit Din Tai Fung next year when I'm there. But I don't know. There's something so sinister about never going outside. And when I do go outside, it's 300 degrees. I don't like Vegas. It's not for me. I don't gamble. I don't like to play with my money. I like my money where I can see it in my closet. I don't know. I'm not giving the house my money and gambling and playing with it. Dumb as hell to me. I like games for free. Like, no, we not gambling on money over here. Fuck that. I like my money in my account. Anyways, moving on from that, had a great time at the 3-point contest and skills challenge. Next day, more work. Y'all don't want to hear about my work, but I did go to a Nike dinner where Lisa Leslie told me that she loves my content. Are we serious right now? I texted my best friend. I was like, Lisa Leslie just walked up to me, okay? Walked up to me, to my table and said, I love what you're doing. Well, yes, Lisa. Yes. Lisa's a hottie. Well, yes. I love that for her. I love that for us. It was so grand. You guys, I was working like a Hebrew. Can I not say that on here? I don't know. I always say I was working like a Hebrew slave, but I don't know if that's bad to say on social media, but I was that weekend. I was working 24/7. I was working with 5 different brands. It was insane. So finally, when I got to go to the game, I was like, period. I went through this little VIP entrance because I had courtside seats and I was actually on time this day. Me, my mom, my sister, all my peoples. And in this VIP room, I'm looking around. Robin Roberts, Bam Adebayo there to support Asia Wilson. Dawn Staley, who is tiny, by the way. She is a little thing. She is so tiny. I was too scared to go up to her and say what's up. My mom wanted to take a selfie with her. Like, my mom takes a selfie with Paige Beckers every year at WNBA All-Star. She said that this year, Paige literally took her phone and took the selfie for her, which is so cute. But she was like, I'm going to go get a selfie with Dawn Staley. She got one with Caitlin Clark. Like, she was getting her selfies this weekend. She was too scared to walk up to Dawn, and so was I. Something about her energy is so, like, I'm that bitch. Don't fucking play with me. I once ran into Dawn Staley at an event where I was doing interviews for Miel, the hair brand, and they walked up to Dawn and asked for an interview, and she said no in a way that was so commanding that I was like, I'm scared of her, for sure. Scared of her. But everybody was in there. That shit was jumping, yes. Go into the game. My mom said something to me that really stuck with me about WNBA All-Star Weekend, and she said, women just do celebrity better than men. They do, and that's no shade to men or male celebrities. No shade. I just think the girls, the way that women do, I'm her, I'm famous, because outside of the incel bedroom where this guy is constantly tweeting on Complex Sports about how nobody gives a shit about the WNBA, in the real world, actually a lot of people give a shit about the WNBA. That arena was fucking packed. Whether Caitlin Clark was playing or not, it was fucking packed. And side note, I am sick that Caitlin Clark didn't play in the WNBA All-Star game. Sick about it. I was very disappointed, especially about the three-point contest. I digress. People do give a shit. And when the WNBA players walk in and they are the main attraction of the event, I mean, they shut it down. All of their outfits, I will say, I don't know if this is like okay to say, WNBA girlies, y'all know I love y'all. Their outfits look so much better in real life than they do in photos. I don't know if that's like the posing or if that's the way that their photos are being taken or what's happening. But in real life, they are fly as fuck. Like Flau'jae had on this tan, like, what is that material called? I don't fucking remember, but she had on this like yellowish set thing that looked so fly in real life. So like that girl, she came in and it was giving celebrity, like she was her. And then in photos, it looked a mess. And all the comments were like, what the hell does she have on? I'm confused. But in real life, she was looking fly as hell. I don't know what we need to do about the photos. I don't know if we need to get the WNBA resident photographer to get like their photos at a right angle. Dejanay Carrington, the woman that you are, she had 8 fucking inch Louboutins on the basketball court, and that girl was standing and walking around. Her fur. It was tied all the way up her leg. It was hot. It was sexy. It was it. She was her. Like, they just do celebrity so well. I feel like the men are all trying to like, yeah, I'm him. They're like having a nonchalant off. Like it's the woman. Shut that shit the fuck down. Shut that shit the fuck down. I will say I was very annoyed that they didn't try at all. I stopped watching the game altogether. I was just watching Ellie the Elephant and seeing what her next move was. The game itself was trash. Absolutely horrible. You can't, after the first like quarter, don't ask me what happened because I was running around getting a drink, talking to my mama, dancing to Glorilla, having a good time. I was not paying attention to that fucking game. They were not trying. That was ridiculous. If anything, I was just trying to get like a good story of somebody making a shot so I could like post it and show off that I was courtside. The game itself, I mean, it was like watching the men's game. And I really hate that. We need to improve both All-Star games or something needs to happen. Or I guess we just need to accept that it's going to be boring. I don't know. It was awful. And I was very disappointed because I set very high expectations for me and for my audience that the WNBA players try. It's not like the NBA, y'all, is so different. No, it's because last year they did Team USA versus the people who didn't make Team USA, basically. And so everybody was like, Team USA was trying to prove, hey, we're about to go win a gold medal. Like, we actually need to win this because we actually need to be good for the Olympics. Meanwhile, the people who were the Team USA rejects were trying to prove, hey, bitch, I should have been on Team USA. And so it was giving effort. This year, they didn't play no defense. They didn't, just fucking around. Just fucking around. I didn't like that at all. I hate watching bad basketball. I'm sorry. Like the MLB All-Star game, maybe because I don't know baseball, was pretty fucking entertaining to me. But the game itself was horrible, y'all. We gotta get it together. I don't know what we need to do, but we need to do it. Because damn, they need to put some more money on the line or something involving the playoffs, home court advantage or something on the line. Because that abomination, truly. And then I ended off my weekend at Create and Cultivate back in LA. Another 6 a.m. flight. Y'all are seeing the pattern here. Left Indy, went back to LA for a panel at Create and Cultivate with Malika Andrews and Ashley Nicole Moss. And I was so excited to talk to both of them. Ashley and I have had like lunch together and like drinks together in Miami before. And I've met her and we swap up on each other's stories. We're like mutuals. Malika, I had never really met. I met her in person one time, but we didn't really talk. Hearing them both talk about their journeys, Malika in particular, and the way that she's treated online is insane to me because that woman is insanely smart. And it just makes me sick the way that people treat women in sports as if they're undeserving. And when you really peel back the layers and you talk to them and you hear about how much goes into what they do and how much work they're putting in and how much wisdom and knowledge she has, how much empathy it takes to give the interviews that she does, how she's just breaking stories that she's told to and in the best way that she can, even if it doesn't put people in the best light. But her having these boundaries for her job, this education, this experience, and hearing her story, it just makes me so sad that I feel like she doesn't get the love that she deserves. And it's really unfortunate because she works hard and she is very smart and she puts care into everything that she does. And she loves Black people. I know that's a common misconception about her because she's like married to a white man and because she sometimes has to report negative stories on Black people. Newsflash, lots of athletes are Black people and she's on ESPN every fucking day. If she has to report a negative story about a Black man, like, I don't think that means that she hates Black people. 90% of the things she says are very positive things about Black athletes. Like, it's just so people reach, and I really need to get out of this chronically online state where I want people on the internet to understand and to get it and to be normal, because that's never going to happen. But Malika Andrews is not somebody who's deserving of hate at all. She is awesome. And it was great getting to talk to her and moderate that panel. I'm learning so much in my career. I had a really long week. I was fucking exhausted when I got back, and now I'm going on vacation this week, thank God, to rest and get some R&R and spend some time with my mans. But I had a lot of fun. So I just wanted to be able to tell you guys all of the behind the scenes, what really went down, how I really felt. Oh my God, I'm forgetting a story. You guys, this is exclusive tea. This is exclusive tea that is probably going to get me in trouble for spilling. Please invite me back. This is like, love y'all. So the last night after the All-Star game, we attended a party. And upon arriving at this party, they didn't want to let me in. So I'm already annoyed. Like, I had to like fight to get in. And I hate fighting to get into a party because that's so embarrassing. I know I'm not Beyonce and I know I'm not Angel Reese. However, I still have an ego. And unfortunately, there's nothing that is a bigger beating to the ego than fighting to get into a party that I should be in, because I know I was on the list. I got invited to this party and they didn't believe me. So yeah. And I looked fly. It wasn't like I looked like a nobody. I mean, they denied the StudBudz too. They were taking their job way too fucking seriously at the door. But this was Caitlin Clark's party in Indianapolis. So I get it. It wasn't really her party, but she was the special guest. So she was like the host, if that makes sense. I walk into this party and I would insert a video clip, but that would not be nice of me because it's going to look like I'm insulting the singer. And I'm not. She was a great singer and a great performer. However, there was a country band performing and a singer who was lovely. I believe her name was Carly, very talented singer. And I loved a couple of songs. It was just a really weird vibe for a party in a club type of setting. Like, it was a club. Caitlin Clark was in a section right behind me. Like, and there was a live band performing country music. I was just like, where are we right now? I start racking my brain. I'm thinking there has to be another party that the niggas are at, right? Like, there has to be another party that I'm missing, that I wasn't invited to, because there's no way that this is the after party for WNBA All-Star. I'm sending videos to my friends. And I'm like, is this the place that you're coming? They're like, yeah, we on the way, girl. This is the party. This is it. This is the event. I'm looking at my mom and my sister. We're just standing there looking at each other like, a live country band and a violinist. Not really my vibe, but I could see it. And Caitlin and her friends were loving it. Like, they were jamming for real. And so I guess that's like the vibe, and I just didn't get it. Tyrese Halliburton was in the section over there in the middle, in the corner, on his little scooter because he was injured. Also, Tyrese, my sister tried to get a picture with you. I mean, she was outside your section, and she asked the guy if she could take a picture with you. She even dropped the card that her dad is Jalen Rose, and he played for the Pacers, so she really wanted a picture. My sister's a huge fan, and they denied her. They were like, and he was like acting like he didn't see her. I really hated that. And I know he was partying and trying to have fun with his friends, but I'm protective over my sister. She just wanted a picture. Like, fuck. And I never play that card because I can't. Like, she's like the youngest sister. I feel like she can use it. I can't. She played the card and he still didn't want to take a picture with her. So the night overall was just like, what the fuck is going on? And then everybody showed up and they're like, girl, you can't leave yet. Diplo was performing at 1. No offense to Diplo. Everything I ever heard about him like gives me the creeps, and I'm not an EDM girly. This is a party. I want to hear music with words that I can like dance to. I don't do drugs. Like, I don't want to hear Diplo. I'm sorry. I'm out. Like, the country band ends and Diplo begins at 1 a.m. Diplo begins at 1. So the party really starts at 1 and it's going to be EDM. I'm cool. The StudBudz even asked Diplo if he would play different music and he didn't. Like, it was... yeah, I was out of there, and I had a flight the next day at 6 a.m. to speak at my panel with Malika Andrews and Ashley Nicole Moss. And then I remembered that I had free will and booked a flight for myself to go home immediately after my panel. And I flew home to see my man and my dog. I landed in Atlanta at 2 o'clock in the morning, which is crazy. But in the process of running out of my panel at Create and Cultivate, I missed Steph Curry. Steph Curry was in the dressing room next to the bathroom that I was in, changing frantically to make my flight. And yeah, I miss Steph Curry. I definitely would have asked for a photo with him. I've never met him before, and I am his biggest fan on earth. So yeah, that was sick, but gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. That is my debrief, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more educational sports content soon, but for now, I just wanted to give you guys all the tea and a rundown. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know if you want more episodes like this one, and subscribe to the YouTube, y'all. Come on, if you're viewing this and you're not subscribed, like, don't waste my time, girl. Subscribe so I can keep doing this, so I can keep the lights on. You feel me? Love y'all. Mean it.